Have you ever wanted more gym time? Some people think more gym time is not important. However, I think more gym time is maybe something good for kids. First of all, it gives more learning. Secondly, it gives better health. Thirdly, it gives kids better behavior. One reason I think kids should have more gym time is because it helps kids learn better. Michael Gonchar, author of Does Gym Help Kids Perform Better in All Classes, says it's a big opportunity for kids to make friends and get along with each other instead of fighting. If kids were in a problem and had to work together, gym class can help kids learn how to do that. If we don't have more gym time, students will fight each other like lions fighting over a piece of meat. Imagine kids without gym class. Now that would be bad. Another reason I think kids should have more gym time is that it gives more help. Harvard Medical Schools says that if kids don't exercise at gym, their lives may get smaller by the hour. If they don't have enough gym time, that health starts to fade down the drain. But if we have more gym time, we could get our health up and going again. If we don't, kids will get unhealthy as an unfed crow. Just think of kids without their health. Now, that's bad. Finally, everyone should have more gym time because it gives better behavior. When kids go to gym, they come with non-needed energy that can be wasted away if we have more gym time. An article by Far Parker Poe says that gym gives kids opportunities to get rid of some non-needed energy instead of spending time in the principal's office. If we don't have gym, students will be laughing and talking like hyenas. In conclusion, I think everyone should have more gym time because of more learning, better health, and better behavior. So now that is why I think kids should have more gym time. Give us more gym time as you listen. And that's my checklist.
I have 2 male Chinese fighting fish. Some people think fish aren't the best pet, but I do because they are soothing, easy to take care of, and have different personalities. My first reason is when you watch them, it can be soothing and calming. Sometimes fish are put in waiting rooms to calm patients. Fish are also used for show at the aquariums. My second reason is that they are easy to take care of. They are easy to take care of because you can only have to feed them once a week so they don't die or starve. Plus, you get to clean the tank daily to keep your fish healthy and clean. It's an easy responsibility to do. My third reason is why they make great pets. They make great pets because they come in varieties of species. They can be small, big, for example. A goldfish is kind of small and a guppy is big. They can be a very colorful or dull look. Boring or fascinating, they are still entertaining for you. In conclusion, I think fish make great pets because soothing, easy cleanup, and different personalities. Fish make great pets, so you can go buy one now at the stores near you.
Have you ever had a border collie? I think they are the best pet because they are energetic and protective. One reason that I think border collies are the best pet is that they are protective, energetic. They play with sticks and toys with you. They do agility, running through hoops and jumping. Also, they swim in lakes and ponds. Another reason that I think border collies are the best pet is they are protective. They bark at cars, they stay with you when people come to your house, and they stay with you at night to keep you safe. In conclusion, I think border collies are the best pet because they are energetic and protective, so go get one of these loving animals.
I was watching the news and schools are cutting off recess. Even though most people don't see that longer recess isn't important, I wanted to suggest that longer recess is a perk for kids. More recess, kids will have outstanding behavior, healthier bodies, and better learning. One reason I think longer recess is good for kids is because kids will behave better in class. One, for example, in an article called How Does Recess Help Children on Philly.com, says children focus better after recess, after recess. It burns their energy out, and that way they can get their energy out outside and be calm for the rest of the day. Secondly, kids will be more healthy when active. Another example in an article called Why Recess Helps Kids on Philly.com says kids need at least an hour of recess, which I think is an amazing idea because then we will be super healthy in recess and we can play harder. At our school, it feels like we only get 2 minutes. That's not enough. The teachers struggle to get supplies and quieting the children down every 2 minutes. That's too much. Lastly, it'll help kids learn better. For example, in an article called Why Recess Helps Kids on Philly.com, children who attend recess are physically fit and have been shown to perform better on tests. I think that's a great idea for my class, and I do better on tests in class. It also could help the child learn better in the semester. In conclusion, that I think longer recess is a good idea because of better behavior, healthier bodies, better learning. So let's at least have 10 more minutes of recess. Let's get outside.
Hey, nice job. Another one for the school board, it sounds like.
Emily?
Yep, that was great.
Brianne?
That was very convincing. If I were the school board, I'd definitely say we're doing it. We're doing it.
I think maybe we should have like 45 minutes instead of an hour, because that would typically like a lot of like learning time too, but like 45 minutes. We're losing a lot of time.
Connor?
If I was the school board, I'd probably say this.
What would you do if you were the school board and someone read that to you? Would you be convinced?
John?
That was really good, and it was very convincing. I think it.
Go ahead.
Texting while driving. Have you ever been in a car crash? Some people feel that texting while driving is okay. In reality, however, texting while driving is very dangerous. Texting while driving is very dangerous because it costs a lot of money, it's against the law, and it increases crashes. Texting and driving is like jumping off a 50-foot high cliff. One reason why I think no one should text and drive is because it costs a lot of money. If you get in a crash, you have to pay a lot of money to get your car repaired. In an article by Fox Van Allen, it says, in Alaska, I could have been facing not only a $10,000 ticket, but a year in jail. Another reason why I think no one should text and drive is because in most all of the states, it's the law. In an article, Does Banning Make It a Difference? By Amy Norton, it says, most U.S. states now have bans on texting while driving, and those laws may be preventing some serious traffic accidents. Finally, I think no one should text and drive because it increases car crashes. If you are looking down at your phone and someone walks across the street, you wouldn't see them, so you would hit them. Also, in an article, Texting While Driving Kills But Will We Stop by USA Today, it says 87 of respondents agreed that it is dangerous to text/email while driving. In conclusion, I think no one should text and drive because it costs a lot of money. It's against the law and it increases car crashes, so never text and drive. My topic was longer lunch. Are you the kind of person who feels like you never get enough time to eat at lunch period? Well, it turns out science might agree with you. Longer lunch is a marvelous idea because of socialization, kids are less rushed, and health. One reason we should have longer lunch is socialization. In middle school, lunch is the only time kids can socialize at school. Some people think that kids don't need socialization, but Harvard University says it's a fact that kids need socialization when they are young, so that way they have socializing skills when they are older and have a job. Another reason kids should have longer lunch is we would be less rushed. Harvard University researchers conducted a study that compares a student's food choices with the amount of time they have to eat. And what they found was that 20 minutes is most definitely not enough time to eat a healthy lunch. I'm going to suggest that schools have a 35-minute lunch or possibly a 45-minute long lunch. Some kids sit down and after a long line, they might only have 5 minutes to eat.
Lastly, longer lunch is an incredible idea because of health. Since kids already don't have enough time to eat, it's even harder to eat a healthy lunch. Harvard University researchers found that kids eat little tiny fried foods faster than healthy food like a salad. The college students rounded up 100 kids and had them eat a salad, fruit, and milk in 20 minutes. Most of them got a start on everything and barely finished anything. In conclusion, socialization, less rushed, and health are tremendously effective reasons for longer lunch. So, school board, please make the decision of longer lunch right now. Phones. Have you ever brought your phone to school? Even though some people or kids feel that phones should be in school. In reality, however, I argue that phones should not be in school. I think phones should not be in school because, firstly, there is safety reasons, because phones are dangerous. Secondly, horrible cheating issues. And thirdly, phones take a lot of time away from learning. One reason I think phones should not be in school because safety reasons. Like kids under 13 or older can be texting someone they don't know. Or kids can be texting someone the school's destination. And then the school would have to have a lockdown. Plus, smartphones these days are harmful in terms of cancer risk to the head and neck, says Joel Moskowitz, director of the Center for Family and Community Health of the University of California at Berkeley. A lot of scientists have come to around the view that radiation is probably because of the new research that has emerged since 2011. Another reason I think phones should not be in school is because there is constantly cheating issues, like taking a math test and you don't know the answer to the questions, and the kids just look at their phone and get the answers in a bad way. First, teachers will have to leap another hurdle. Nearly 1 in 4 students think that cheating on tests with their phones is a cool way to get popular in school, says Zach Miners. Finally, I think phones should not be in school because phones provide distractions for other students and teachers in class. Plus, Myra Morgenstern has been teaching for 20 years, but finally she stopped teaching because she had it with kids in their phones. Like while she's teaching, kids are on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube. And she's getting very frustrated at her class, and they take it funny. In conclusion, I think phones should not be in school because of safety reasons, cheating issues, and they take time away from learning. And taking your phone to school is like causing death for your whole school. And so please do not take your phone to school.
Chihuahuas are the best pet. Have you ever had a Chihuahua? Because they are the best pet for many reasons. My first reason is they are not hard to take care of. My second reason is they can be your best friend. My first reason I think Chihuahuas are the best pet because they are not hard to take care of, because they don't eat much, so you don't have to buy food that much and waste money. I have a Chihuahua that had a little Ziploc of dog food took a month to eat. Also, they don't take up much space, so if you had a little house and a big family and you want a dog that doesn't take up much space, you could choose a Chihuahua. My second reason Chihuahuas are the best pet is they can be your best friend. They can exercise with you, play with you, watch movies together, sleep with you, can also cuddle up with you when you feel down. You can also teach them to sit and walk on 2 legs. So if you want a best friend, you can choose a Chihuahua. In conclusion, I think Chihuahuas are the most marvelous pet because they are not hard to take care of. They can be your best friend. So if you want a pet, get a Chihuahua.
If I were you and I was going to choose a pet, I would pick a St. Bernard. Some people think a St. Bernard is not a good pet, but it also may be argued that a St. Bernard is the best pet. I think a St. Bernard is the best pet for search and rescue and comfort. My first reason I think a St. Bernard is the best pet is because they are good good search and rescue dogs. Because if someone is lost, you can just give them something that belongs to that person. They can sniff that person out. And they are used to find people in the mountains and for dog sled races, for people who went off track, and for people who were in an avalanche buried under all the snow. My second reason that I think a St. Bernard is the best pet is because they comfort you when you're sad and cold. A St. Bernard with its big fluffy fur will cheer you right up. In a book I read called All About St. Bernards, it said that St. Bernards are the most playful dogs. You can just play with them and you will forget why you were sad. In conclusion, I think a St. Bernard is the best pet for search and rescue and comfort. I think a St. Bernard is the best pet ever, so you should go get one.
Have you ever had a dog? Some people think cats are the best pets, but I think dogs are the best pets. One reason why dogs are the best pets is that they play with you. Another reason is that they comfort you. First reason is that dogs like to play. It is fun when dogs play with you. If you are bored at home, then you can play with your dog. He will chase you around and around. The fun part is when he brings it back. Another reason why dogs are the best pet is that when you are sad, dogs will comfort you. So you can be happy again. And when you get a cut, your dog will make it feel better. In conclusion, I think dogs are the most popularest pet because they will play with you and they will comfort you. If you are going to get a pet, get a dog.
Protecting the environment. While it may be true that it'd be expensive to protect the environment, the real point to consider is that we would protect our Earth. First of all, deforestation. Secondly, air pollution. And finally, water pollution. The first reason is deforestation. According to UNFCCC.
What's that?
I have no idea. I just did.
Okay, we're recording, so don't interrupt him.
Segregation. The overwhelming cause of deforestation is agriculture. With deforestation leaves a lot of forest animals without homes, which means this is a problem. If there were more parks like Yellowstone, less forest animals would lose their homes. Secondly, air pollution. We all have to breathe. This makes air pollution very hard to avoid, says Frank Gall, director of the Environmental Research Group. And according to a report from the World Health Organization, air pollution kills about 7 million people worldwide every year. With more than half of the fatalities due to fumes from indoor stoves, which means this is a big problem because we are basically killing ourselves, and this is so because we are making the problem and we are dying from it. If we get rid of the fumes from indoor stoves, that would take care of a lot of the problem. Finally, water pollution. The World Health Organization estimated in 2002 that by 2020, 135 million people would have died from water-related disease. This is another big problem. Water-related diseases could kill a lot of cattle, pigs, sheep, and a lot of other farm animals, as well as deer, squirrels, rabbits, and other wild animals. This is all because the fluid water can get absorbed by the grass and other plants the animals eat, and when they eat the plants, they get diseases and die. If we can get big water filters where there's a lot of polluted water, there'd be less polluted water to deal with. In conclusion, I think we should protect the environment due to deforestation, air pollution, and water pollution. So let's get working on protecting the environment as soon as possible.